some tips to use the canvas more effectively. The first thing is you decide on the enablers. Who are the enablers in the business? So who are the people that's responsible to use this canvas to engage with the relevant people? So if let's just say you're a one-man band, you're the lone wolf. They say that no one has ever done anything great without having people around them, and doesn't necessarily mean employees. It means a team of people. So you need to decide on who is that person that's going to be the enabler to the team. When it comes to enabling, it could be creating the means for collaboration and communication. It could be sharing resources or allocating resources. It could be the person who's going to be the person that unblocks the way or the path. The second thing is to be clear on the results. If you are not clear as a business owner as to what it is that you want, no one else will be clear. You also need to be sure of how you're going to measure it and how you're going to track it. So when you have this team canvas and you're engaging with people, is it going to be a weekly thing? Is it going to be a monthly thing? Is it going to be daily tracking? And different teams would require different kinds of engagement. Then we've got the next thing is communicate and how you actually go about communicating it. Currently, we're all doing remote working, and remote working and blended teams is the new way of working probably for 2021 and beyond. So communication is actually extremely important. It's not about just having a meeting every day. It's about how you are actually engaging with people. When you are able to engage with people properly, you will then get collaboration. And that's when you afford people the opportunity to speak in the room. So the other thing is I would ask you to do a little bit of self-awareness the next time you are in a team meeting, and to write down or take note of how much of time do you spend speaking in the meeting versus everybody else. And it's a really good way to check how much of collaboration is going on. It's a really nice check-in. And I find that a lot of people, when they do this activity, really then look at, I don't think we're actually that great at collaborating.
Melissa, for me, collaboration, a very important part which I think most people underestimate is how well do you listen to your team. And that with remote meetings, etc., those additional barriers that were introduced becomes a huge challenge. So one thing I contract with myself every morning before I even engage in my very first meeting is I say I am going to show up and be present in that meeting, because I owe that to the other people coming to that meeting and giving me their time.
Thanks, Liesl. 100%. Being able to listen means, and not just listen because you're nodding your head. You need to be able to give the other person feedback, or the people that are speaking feedback, and engage. That is the true way to collaborate. And when you have all those other things in point, you will then be able to build trust. And trust is something that, they say it can be gone in a heartbeat. And it's extremely difficult to bring that back. But when you are able to communicate with people, to collaborate with people, and I think, the other thing that's really big in the world at this point in time, inclusivity. It's a huge thing. And for me, I'm very passionate about this, and that's why I call it human-centered design and human experiences. When you understand that you've got humans in your team, and we don't have aliens, then we will all be able to collaborate and communicate. And I think that is the basics. If you can understand what it means to be a human being yourself, and how you would like to be treated as a human being, then it's very easy to engage with other people on the same level. So yes, trust is the last point. or the last tip, and it's not the only tips that you have to be able to use this canvas. And I'm sure everybody else has their own ideas of how they can share this canvas. They may have done similar kinds of experiences or had similar experiences in the work that they do, in the teams that they have.